when people look on Hawkeye 5 years from now, the only thing they're going to remember from this show is Florence Pugh saying Kate Bishop.
Yeah, no, I think either that or they'll just automatically start humming the I Can Do This All Day from Rogers the Musical,
True.
which I'm ready for. I'm ready for it to just break through in the mainstream, you know?
I'm not. I don't want it. I skipped over that part. Do you think Rogers goes all the way up to post snap, like them saving the day?
I don't know. Like, that's a great question. Were we watching the opening number? Right? That feels like it should be that. And then,
Mm-hmm.
like, there's turmoil, there's division, and that's obviously the intermission. And then the second half is them saving the world again. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I,
it's
yes.
got to be like a 6 hour play, right? We're a couple weeks late on this Hawkeye one, but I figured it was enough time for all of us to think about what's Hawkeye done for MCU and what is the future? Because that's what
Yep.
all of our five things about is like how has this show impacted the rest of the MCU's future? And I think this impacts it quite a bit, especially when you think of like the street level heroes,
Yep.
because you got the actual superheroes up here, like Wanda and Doctor Strange, and then you got the street level, which is like Spider-Man and Hawkeye, and now Kate Bishop and Yelena. It's his show, technically not his show, but it is his show. He is in town for Christmas and he gets wrapped in a bunch of stuff. We've all watched the show. If you're
Yeah.
watching this, you've seen the show. But I,
Hopefully.
I think what it does really well here, and me and JD have already talked about this a little bit, is it humanizes Clint Barton in a way that we really, 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 really needed. Especially you see some of it in Endgame, and you see some of it before in Civil War, but you really get like
Yeah.
you get drilled home that this is family. He cares about his family, and also the Avengers is his family. And then he gets wrapped up in all this stuff with Kate Bishop.
This is something I've been wanting since Age of Ultron. Not the best movie, but I love his character in it, and I love the whole how they escape and how it really gives him a little extra bit of a layer. And I think, but yeah, every moment after that, whether it's like him having a kid, him being under house arrest, him losing his family, and it's like this is that like I was like, oh, this is kind of the peak pinnacle of all that. And it was nice. It was nice to follow a family man, and just to be like the dad who's over it all, who's like, ugh, gosh, I gotta go freaking save the world again. Like, this is typical.
Typical weekend stuff. But I also like that he has to deal with the repercussions of being Ronin during the Snap era, the 5 years where everyone was gone, and he was just a homicidal maniac. I mean, yeah, he was basically doing what Punisher does, is like, I'm committing acts of violence in the name of good. But as we realize and learn over time, is like it has an effect on your psyche. He's got PTSD that he's dealing with. He's lost hearing in one of his ears. And so it's a lot of issues that bring it into more of a real world type of superhero action, because he's really good with arrows. He's really good fighting, but also he's not really good with his emotions. And so it's a great time to just see him work through his emotions and become a better person. We're talking about Kate Bishop, who's the endearingly annoying sidekick for Hawkeye in this show, and Haley Steinfeld just crushes it.
Perfect.
Just, I don't know how you could get it any better. It's the MCU charm and jokey nature just like turned up to the absolute maximum.
She finds that perfect balance of like she does not like she's cool, she's really talented, she has a ton of skills, and you get why she is at Hawkeye's level, but also you totally get why Hawkeye would be like, God, this is the most annoying person I have ever met. And it's like, and I love that. I love that, like, it never goes too far one way of like, oh, she's too annoying, or oh, she's not, you don't believe that, like, yeah, he would be just put off by her for half of the show. And I mean, she's perfect. She is like, I think even Kevin Feige was like, only choice. That was it. Like, it had to be her or no one.
And Vera Farmiga as her mom is just like the perfect casting too, because Vera's very good at playing like a hard nosed person. Like in the Godzilla movie, you know, not going to talk about that. But her character is a very hard nosed type of person in that movie. And so she always plays that type of character really well. And is like, and it contrasts really well with Kate Bishop, who is just like the opposite. She is not hard nosed. She takes nothing seriously while also taking everything seriously. Florence Pugh, oh my God. Like she brings absolutely an entirely different energy to the new Black Widow than Scarlett Johansson brought.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson had to bring a different kind of energy because she started in an era where like she was the only female superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she had to be like a certain way and then sort of broke it down over time. And then you got a Black Widow movie and it broke it down further. Yelena just, she is allowed to be who she is because of Black Widow.
All I can say is Pew let the dogs out, because it's like but seriously, like I love this like I didn't, it wasn't like what I was most looking forward to in the series, but it really is so good. And it kind of like really doubles down on something I didn't really notice in Black Widow, is that Yelena is still just like a kid, like that no matter how old she gets, no matter how many people she kills, she is like still stuck in that, a little bit of that like childlike, not wonder of things, but like she loves instant macaroni and cheese, and she'll just eat the whole thing. It's like just goofy stuff like that like, while also like about to murder you. And it's such a fun character. And yeah, you're right, like everyone's gonna be Kate Bishop. It's like, and we get to see kind of her perspective of the snap, and then give us like another idea of kind of what it was like for those people. Like you're there, you're not there, you're back, and you're like, I've only been away for like a few seconds, like, so that was really cool. First role, she is a deaf actress. She is an amputee actress, and it's like, she's just so good. Like it blows my mind how good she is. Like it should not have been this good for someone's like first role to walk in and pretty much, to me at least, like still most of the show, but also to have such a small, I mean, it's a big role, but it's such a small screen time. It's more of a presence felt, that, man, she just like comes in and punches you in the face in every sort of the way. Like it's so good.
And the fact that we're going to get more of her story coming up, that's like the greatest part. It's they introed her so perfectly, and they make her into this awesome conflicted character, especially with what happens at the end with Kingpin getting shot in the face. Well, I don't know where we got shot because it pans up. I hope he's still alive. Chances are, if
I think he's still alive,
if Matt Murdock is still here, Kingpin's still here.
Yeah, you don't pan up for nothing. But yeah.
Exactly right. But they definitely borrow a lot from the comics in this series. Sorry, it feels like a movie, but it's just a series. But yeah, oh my God, the amount of characters they've introduced in just this one show, and it's going to last longer. Just great.
What I really love about Echo's character and Hawkeye's character in this is using them as like, they really do say something about hearing loss and like relying on like technology to advance that. There's a plus to that, but there could also be like a downside to that, and just those two worlds of, I'm going to deal with it one way and I'm dealing it with another way. And it just, that really hit home for me. Like I loved those parts, and it was just really neat to see.
My question here right now, is this the beginning of the next Avengers group?
I think so. I wouldn't say the beginning. I think it's the next stepping stone. Like that was obviously set up in Black Widow. We've got a few other people. I think that there's someone else that's going to be introduced in the next Doctor Strange movie that I think will play a part. And I think this is both like a stepping stone to the next Avengers, more like probably a young Avengers, while also kind of showing that we can take these. I know they kind of did with WandaVision and Loki, but like we can take these Avengers level characters and say, hey, you know what? We still got them. We're not going to just like tarnish their reputations or forget about them. We're going to give them some respect. We can flesh out their stories more. And so, like I think that this is like a good sign for She-Hulk too, that like
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo's in that, and that, he'll get a little bit of the same thing. And so yeah, it's I'm excited. I want more. I want like a season 2. I know I think the only one we really have confirmed is like Loki season 2, and then Captain America's getting another movie. But yeah, like I just want this to be another series where it's just more of that back and forth of Hawkeye and Kate.
My dream scenario is that the next Captain America, Yelena and Kate Bishop show up for some quick little scene or something's going on. And it doesn't have, it could be post credit or it could be in the middle of the movie. I think it just works. Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie with them too, because they're very serious. Captain America and Winter Soldier, very serious. And then you have Kate Bishop and Yelena, who are not serious whatsoever.
That would be fun. I do like that idea. Let's go with that idea.
All right, Marvel, you heard us.
It's
Kevin
official.
Feige. It's official. If you don't
hang on. Kev, Mr. Feige.
Yeah.
Yes, you want to pursue our idea? Excellent. Make up the hats.
Wait, you didn't even ask about money.
And he's already hung up.